Welcome to the Integrated Manufacturing Systems Laboratory. Let me introduce myself. I am Dinda Mailia Repon and my assistant code is M120. On this occasion, we will do the assembly line balancing tutorial in the production planning and control 2 course. Assembly line balancing tutorial is one of the tutorial that will provide you knowledge how to balance an assembly line and also balance the amount of work done by each worker at each workstation. The aim of assembly line balancing is to minimize and optimize the time needed to complete product assembly to make it more efficient and increase the amount of production produced. In this tutorial, you will do the assembly of the workpiece twice. The work object used is a propeller and the machine used is a conveyor. Apart from that, in Lapsiman, there is also a robot arm that will help you to move the work objects from the starting place to workstation 1. So next, assistants will provide an overview regarding the assembly line balancing tutorial as well as how to assemble and also retrieve data on the conveyor.
Hello, I'm Muhammad Sultan Saalfayat and my assistant code is M123 who act as timer 1 and also assemble at workstation 4 for the first propeller. However, this time I will explain the timer task. The timer here is responsible for calculating the time at workstation 1, workstation 2, workstation 3, and also workstation 4. When at workstation 4, I will carry out an inspection and also calculating the time. This time, I will explain how the time calculation works using stopwatch. For the first step, we can start the stopwatch and the operator starts working on the first task. After the first task is finished, the operator can do a lap on the movement of each task. If all tasks have been carried out, take a screenshot and reset the timer. Then the operator at workstation 1 will press the green button to run the conveyor belt and move the workpiece to the next workstation. The same thing can be done on a timer up to workstation 4. Don't forget to do a lap to move tasks. And screenshot if the calculation has been complete on a workstation.
Hello, I'm Michael Bolong and my assistant code is 121 who act as an operator at workstation 1. Some of the components contained in workstation 1 are screw, battery compartment, battery cover, dynamo place, dynamo and cables, and top cover. So in the workstation 1, the first step is attaching the dynamo to the dynamo cover. The second one is install the dynamo cover into the dynamo holder. And then install the two screws on the top of dynamo cover. And then install the battery holder into the dynamo holder. And then install the battery into the battery compartment. Install the battery cover and the bolts. And then install two screws on the front side of the battery compartment.
Hello, I am Ajadinata Firjatullah and my assistant code is M122, who acts as operator in workstation 2. Some of the components contained in workstation 2 are long iron, screw, main body, wheel exhaust, and wheel. Connecting the dynamo and battery compartment to the main body and installing the 4 bolts. The second step is attach the iron exhaust and rear wheels to the main body. For the last step, install the long iron front body connector and install the 2 bolts.
Hello, I'm Filda Sabrina, and my assistant code is M124, who acts as an operator on workstation 3. Some of the components contained in workstation 3 are propeller, screw, wheel axle, wheel, and front body. On workstation 3, the first step is connect the front body with long iron. Next, install 2 screws under the front body. Next, install the iron or wheels axle and front wheels. And then the last step is attach the propeller to the dynamo iron. That's it for the assembly of propeller. Then inspection will be carried out at workstation 4.
Hello, I'm Muhammad Sultan Salfayat and my assistant code is M123, who act as timer 1 and will carry out inspection at workstation 4. The inspection carried out at workstation 4 is in the form of checking whether all elements are installed properly, such as the cable are connected, the direction of propeller is correct, the wheels can rotate properly, all parts doesn't come off, and turn on the propeller by connecting the two cables. If the propeller can rotate, then the assembly process is successful. The first inspection process is to check whether all the parts are installed properly, such as the cable are connected, the direction of the propeller is correct, the wheels rotate properly, and there are no loose parts. To turn on the propeller, the step taken is to combine the two cables. If the propeller rotates, then the inspection has been successful.
I would like to explain what rules need to be considered in the assembly process and data collection on the conveyor. First, practitioners should not lean on the conveyor workbench because it can cause an accident if the workbench folded. Second, pressing the green button to run the conveyor belt after the workpiece is assembled. Third, pressing and turning the red lever is for emergencies only, as it serves to switch off the conveyor during an emergency. And last, do not pass between the conveyor and the glass display case. Well, that's it regarding the assembly of the propeller and the conveyor. You need to remember, the purpose of assembly line balancing is not for who is the fastest, but to balance the time during assembly. Thank you for watching. See you at the Manufacturing Systems Laboratory. Bye!